Hey everyone, let's jump right in. Today, we're unpacking something that is profoundly universal but also deeply terrifying. In this explainer, we're going to deconstruct the raw psychological anatomy of true night-driving horror stories. We'll be looking closely at that architectural framework of fear that just kind of takes over the second we get behind the wheel after dark. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to literally picture yourself in the driver's seat right now. It's way past midnight, the radio's playing softly, the dash is giving off that faint ambient glow, and out your windshield, there is absolutely nothing but the narrow beam of your headlights slicing right through the pitch black. You haven't seen another pair of headlights for miles. Have you ever felt that specific, heavy kind of solitude? You know, the kind where you suddenly realize that if something were to go wrong out here, you are entirely on your own. It's a feeling that really forces us to reckon with our own fragility. And honestly, it sets the perfect stage for the scenarios we're going to explore.
What this really boils down to is the ultimate vulnerability of being completely alone on a dark, isolated road. I mean, think about it. During the day, a road is just a connection between point A and point B, right? It's totally functional. But at night, complete darkness just completely strips away our normal sense of security. Our peripheral vision is totally gone. Our spatial awareness shrinks down to whatever is immediately caught in our high beams. It's like we're essentially sitting in a sensory deprivation chamber, moving at 60 miles an hour, totally insulated from the outside world, yet incredibly exposed to it at the exact same time. This deep isolation is the absolute baseline requirement for the terror that follows.
But what happens when that isolation is suddenly and violently broken? Well, we face our first core narrative framework, the active threat. All of a sudden, the silence is shattered. The emptiness? Gone. Your peaceful, maybe kind of lonely drive is interrupted, not by a passive obstacle, but by a moving, predatory presence. The pacing here completely changes. Your heart rate spikes. Your eyes are frantically darting to the rearview mirror. The threat is dynamic, it's matching your exact speed, and it forces you into this high-stakes, split-second state of hypervigilance. Let's move to and see how this builds. Take this harrowing experience straight from the empty roads of Norway. Step 1, you're in total isolation. Step 2, a set of headlights suddenly flashes in your rearview mirror out of absolutely nowhere. And step 3, and actually this is where the panic truly sets in, relentless tailgating for miles. But note the key phrase here, without explanation, right? It's not just someone running late trying to pass you. It's someone locking onto your bumper, matching your every single move, accelerating when you accelerate, braking when you brake. The psychological horror here isn't just the physical danger of a car crash. It's the profound, terrifying unknown of exactly why you are being hunted on a totally empty Norwegian road. Now, I want you to just take a breath. The adrenaline of the chase is terrifying, for sure. But let's completely shift gears here. The engine dies. The tires grind to a complete halt. All that frantic movement just stops. We shift from the high-speed anxiety of the active threat to the creeping, methodical, absolutely suffocating reality of the stationary threat. You aren't moving anymore. You're no longer sitting in a vehicle of escape. You are just trapped in place. This next scenario gives us a literal masterclass in atmospheric terror. Imagine this, a crashed car breakdown. You're dead in the water, up in the foggy Pennsylvania mountains. The environment itself suddenly turns hostile. The fog completely obscures your vision, wrapping around the car like a heavy physical blanket, hiding whatever might be just a few feet away. And crucially, you're in a completely unfamiliar area. You have absolutely no mental map, no idea where the nearest town is, no clue who lives nearby. Your mobility, which was your one distinct advantage, has been entirely stripped away by a sudden, jarring crash.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific phrasing used here. You don't just sit in the fog. You are approached by unsettling locals. Just think about the profound dread packed into those few words. You're stranded in a crashed car, totally out of your element, unable to leave, and figures begin to slowly emerge from the dense mountain fog. The horror stems entirely from your utter helplessness. You're stationary, and the unknown is coming directly to you.
So what exactly connects that high-speed chase in Norway to the foggy mountain crash in Pennsylvania? Well, it's an overarching vibe defined as claustrophobic dread. And this is a super fascinating clinical concept. You see, claustrophobic dread isn't just being scared of tight spaces. In this specific context, it's the psychological tension where the perceived safety of your locked car is pitted directly against the overwhelming isolation of the environment around you. It's that chilling realization that your steel cage is both your only sanctuary and your ultimate trap. And this brilliantly illustrates that stark contrast. On one side, you've got the safety of a locked car. You lock the doors, roll up the windows, and you feel this false sense of invincibility, right? It's your mechanical fortress. But on the exact opposite side, you have the vast, dark isolation of the environment. Whether we're talking about the endless, empty roads of Norway or the suffocating fog of the Pennsylvania mountains, the environment is infinitely larger, older, and way more powerful than your little metal box. The real horror is born precisely at the friction point between these two immense forces.
So, the crucial point is this. While the crazy tailgater and those unsettling locals are obviously the immediate catalysts for panic, what we ultimately learn is that the true threat, the thing that really makes these stories paralyzing, is the environment itself. The dark, the fog, the isolation. These elements literally weaponize the situation. They guarantee that you have nowhere to run, no one to call for help, and absolutely zero clear understanding of what is lurking just beyond the reach of your headlights.
We've deconstructed the vulnerability, the active and stationary threats, and the absolutely suffocating reality of claustrophobic dread that makes these true stories so incredibly haunting. It kind of completely changes how you look at a simple late-night drive, doesn't it? It leaves us with a lingering thought that I really want you to carry with you. The next time you slide into the driver's seat at night, when you hear that satisfying click of the lock and you watch your headlights pierce into the heavy, isolated darkness, are you really safe? Or are you just waiting for the environment to remind you how alone you truly are?